I think we did. Hold on. We live.
Ashley is bad at technology, so...
I think you're live. Yeah, you're definitely live. It's all just 50.
This has been a mess. I've never gone live before here, so...
We got it figured out, guys. It's okay.
If this
the
is
quality
shitty,
is not good, but we're doing it on our phone. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so we'll give a minute for people to join. Hello to everyone here.
Anyone and everyone if you guys want to join in.
This is a big video for me. I've had majority of these I've been collecting for, I would say, 6.5 months now.
Yeah.
Almost probably close to 7 or 8 months.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if there's actually 100, but there's definitely between 80 and 90 movies here, I would say.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, there's quite a bit, and we've separated them between decades. So that's also, for those of you who are new here, I have cats that like to just get in the middle of everything. So if you hear noises, that's who they are. That's what's happening. So grab a drink, grab a snack. This is probably going to be a good half an hour thing going on here. I figured we might as well go live to do this because there's a lot. So I'm going to start off with my little stack here. This one here. This is 70s, 60s, 50s, and I believe maybe a 40s.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to call this first. Should we go? Yeah, let's go bottom up.
Bottom up?
Starting with the original. Some of these have the price tags on them still, so we're just going to overlook that. We're going to start off with the Phantom of the Opera. This is the original Phantom of the Opera, which is very cool. I'm really excited that I got to haul quite a bit of Universal Monster movies. I got a whole collection going on my wall up there, but you can never have enough Universal Monster movies, in my opinion. So that's the first one. Next up here, we have Bela Lugosi's Dracula, and I absolutely love the cover on this one. I think it's probably just the most romantic, and I love this cover. So, like I said, Universal Monsters.
I like Dracula, actually.
Yeah. This next one is one that Alex and I found at Goodwill not too long ago. This is Alfred Hitchcock's The 39 Steps. No, and I actually only grabbed this one because I saw his little face here on the side.
Oh my god.
You can see Alfred's little face there, and I noticed it right away, so that's why I picked that one up. But I've got a whole bunch of Alfred Hitchcock stuff, and I think it's really, we should just pick everything out one day and go through everything.
Yeah, you can do that on that pod.
Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out our podcast, we do have a podcast together called Nefarious Things, where things get a little wild, a little buck wild sometimes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. We gotta go off the rails.
Yeah, we definitely go off the rails. Next, we have Vincent Price in House on Haunted Hill. This is a classic, and I'm pretty sure I have another copy of this somewhere.
That version of it?
Not this version, because I love the cover of this.
Oh, okay.
You guys can see that's a really awesome cover of that movie.
Nice. These are all the classics.
These are all the classics. Speaking of classics, we have Night of the Living Dead. This is another, I think this is probably my 4th or 5th copy. I have a problem with buying doubles and copies of movies, but this is one that I cannot get enough of because the variant covers are all so different.
Yeah,
and I love them a lot.
You like this one?
I love Night of the Living Dead.
Don't you have like a steelbook of it?
It's right above my head.
Do you have a steelbook of it?
I don't think Night of the Living Dead I do. I think I just have a really cool couple of covers of it. Yeah.
Cover?
So, in that kind of vein, we have George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead. I used to have this poster of the cats it fell down one day and Ginger made a home in it, so we had to get rid of that one. But we have Dawn of the Dead, which we also have the remake, the Zack Snyder remake, coming up a little later. But for now, we have this.
Which one do you like more?
Zack Snyder remake is not horrible, but we always gotta love George Romero. The only miscast in the Zack Snyder one is the dad from Modern Family is the bad guy. That doesn't make any out of typecast. Don't like it. But one that we are big fans of. We are sluts for David Cronenberg in this house. Ring wants to go for a walk. We have David Cronenberg's Rabid, and I think I got this and a bunch of other amazing 70s and 80s movies around Halloween time. So this is a really exciting one. We watched this early on when we first met.
There's a remake of this, right?
Rabid, yeah, it's Sister Sisters.
Is that in here?
It's not in here. Do I have that?
Did you already have it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did.
It's yellow. I've had that for a long time.
Yeah, you did. That's a good one.
This one I have not heard of, but admittedly I bought this for the title because it just sounds cool. It's called Children Who Shouldn't Play with Dead Things, and I think that is just a fun...
If you've seen it, let us know if it's good.
Yeah, if you've seen it, let us know. But this whole back screen there with the little graveyard, just everything about this drew me in, so I had to grab that one. Next is a really important one in my collection. This one, I have to give a huge shout out to Dr. Disc, my favorite record store. They gave me this for like 90% off. So this is Lucio Fulci's Zombie. And this is probably one of my favorites in my collection. I just absolutely love the cover. I know that it is one of the more gory zombie movies, so this is fantastic.
That's cool that it has the chat on the screen. You can read it as long as it's not going to go so fast because you know so many views, but it's going to be good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So this one and another one in here, I'll point it out, but this was a birthday gift from my friend Mary from work. This is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. This was her original copy from when she was little, so that's pretty cool. And we're moving on up. We've got some really good ones coming up. The Last House on the Left, the original Last House on the Left. This one is an amazing one to have in the collection. Wes Craven, yes.
Was that his first movie?
I'm not sure. I feel like that was his first horror movie, or first couple of first horror movies. I keep forgetting that we're not just filming live.
Did you like the remake?
I like the remake, but Aaron Paul is the bad guy.
Oh yeah.
And the girl is someone familiar. I just did not Sarah Paxton, but like the girl who's the bad one. But microwave head scene? We love a good head trauma.
Yeah, I agree.
So these two I will show together. We have the Omen and the Omen 2. We have number 3 in here somewhere, but these are awesome, and I'm really happy to have so many of them. Of the what's it called? It's not a trilogy because it's a franchise.
Oh, okay.
I felt like I was on like $100,000 pyramid for a second. This one is, I'm going to take the price tag off of this one because I feel like you guys need to see if it'll come off. You know what? I think
Hugh Grant is in there?
That's what I was trying to show them!
Hugh Grant?
Hugh Grant in all of his young baby-faced glory. You would not think Hugh Grant when you think horror movie.
Honestly.
But I ripped this sticker off very poorly just
That's okay.
to show you the layer of the white worm and Hugh Grant's little baby face. I think this is...
Hugh Grant?
Yeah, but look at the practical effects in this one are awesome.
Yeah.
But this is one...
Have you ever seen that?
No, but Emma covered this on her channel a little while ago. Her partner bought this for her for one of her Christmas videos. I remember that, and that's why when I saw this, I was like, oh, Emma.
Yeah, did you like it?
I feel like she liked the effects in it more than anything, and that's why I remembered so much of it. But
shout out Emma.
Shout out Emma, spooky astronauts. And then last but not least, we are done with the 70s now. This is Joe Dante's Piranha, a movie that I got into an argument with my dad over because he deleted it off the DVR when I lived with them.
Oh yeah.
So I deleted his NASCAR race, and he was very upset.
You could not delete a dad's NASCAR race.
Apparently not.
That's just the rules.
So moving on, we are in the 80s now, which is really exciting. Big fan of the 80s. Shout out In Search of Darkness, 80s horror doc on Instagram. This pile is...
They followed you.
They did? Oh my god, I forgot about that. I'm gonna throw up. First, we're starting off later on in the 90s, but The Witches. We were watching... What's his name? No, I only wanted to flip that one because all the older movies were on the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, so this one, what's his name that was with Chris Stuckman in the video that we watched?
John Flickinger?
John Flickinger was like, the snap covers, I have so many of these, he acted like they were like a relic or something.
Yeah, they are. They literally are. That's just like 95.
Yeah, well, I have so many of them, but whatever. For those of you who are...
remember when John Flickinger literally was in a vlog with Chris Stuckman, vlogging like this?
It was very awkward.
In the parking lot, and he goes, and people are staring at me, and then there's literally just a guy standing there.
I sunk into my body, like I inverted watching that. Hi, how are you?
Okay. Nice. Okay.
Yep, you've only missed a little here. We are just getting into the 90s. So, like I mentioned, we are starting with The Witches, which I didn't watch the remake, but I think you did.
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, but it's not.
Yeah. Moving on to a movie that we just covered for our podcast.
Oh yeah, Labyrinth.
This is Labyrinth, and I am a huge fan of Labyrinth, a huge David Bowie fan, so this was really great to cover on the pod.
Yeah, this was actually surprisingly good and surprisingly nostalgic.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. We love David Bowie in this house. But another two that I'm going to show together, we have...
You picked those up together.
I picked these up together, yes. The Stepfather 1 and 2, which I think were really cool finds.
The originals.
The originals, not to be mistaken, for the one starring Penn Badgley, a.k.a. Dan, a.k.a. Gossip Girl, a.k.a. Joe from You.
The Stepfather, not to be confused with the Stepfather.
Yes. But, okay, let me, for those of you watching or in the comments down below, let me know your thoughts on this. Creepshow. I am a huge fan of Creepshow. I'm a huge Stephen King fan. So I am just over the moon to have this. I have the VHS of part 1 and 2, I believe.
Oh,
and there's a poster somewhere around here.
Yeah. This is the Stephen King one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I actually didn't know.
So, like I promised, we have the Omen 3, which they intensely cover in Search of Darkness.
Why is it with the President of the United States logo?
Oh my gosh. I think he is the president or something or other in the movie.
Oh my god.
We have Hellbound, Hellraiser 2.
It came with a different strip color, you know.
Oh yeah! We got... Oh my goodness. We're just going to excuse the cat. He's in the washroom right now. But we have... Okay, here, this is something... Alex is American and I am very Canadian. So it's... I say washroom, he says bathroom, I say pop, he says soda. Like, there's so much going on there. Anyways, Hellbound, Hellraiser 2, which was a cool one. Another really awesome one that I was so stoked to find was an Elvira's movie Macabre. This is the Doomsday Machine and the Werewolf of Washington. And I have two of these and one of them he has. But I love Elvira. I grew up with Elvira, and I will love her to infinity. Cassandra Peterson, shout out.
Shout out.
Oh my goodness.
Shout out 80s horror dog.
Not sponsored, but
maybe it could be sponsored, Oh, really?
Well, moving on to one that is covered in 80s horror dog. This is The Howling, which has some amazing practical effects. And if you guys like An American Werewolf in London, you'll love The Howling.
I don't think I've seen this one.
Hello, how are ya? Moving on, we have, this is a really cool one, The Abyss Special Edition, which opens up into 2 compartments here. And I think that I gave him my old copy of The Abyss when I got the new one.
But you got the cooler one. Well, I couldn't even put that on the DVD, right?
Yeah, but it's not like now we have to combine everything, and everything is just my movies.
Yeah.
But you bought Censor, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's mine now.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh my goodness. So, moving on to another Stephen King, we have The Dead Zone, which I believe I also have on VHS.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then. I can't cut anything out. Oh my goodness. Another Witches movie. We have The Witches of Eastwick, which when I was a kid, I used to actually be scared of this movie because growing up I was severely emetophobic. And there is a great vomiting scene in this movie, which deterred me from it for all of eternity. But love the cast. Jack Nicholson, Cher, Susan Sarandon, Michelle Pfeiffer.
What is he doing at the moment?
Yeah, we've got Jack Nicholson, Jim Jones Nicholson over here. And then saving the best for last from the 80s, we have the coolest copy of George A. Romero's Day of the Dead, which opens up with Velcro.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yep, that. And we have yellow DVDs in there, which I think is so cool. So, on to the 90s.
Wait, this was the 80s, right?
Well, that's really cool. I also have that on VHS, I believe. The Abyss. I believe. What were we listening to when Ed Harris was like, I was tortured on that movie. They made him do things and hold his breath for so long. He felt so tortured filming The Abyss.
Were you watching something on Snyder?
Maybe, or that stuck with me.
Oh wait, maybe it was the movies that
the movies that made us, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. So moving on to the 90s, we have a tiny stack here, unfortunately. But starting off with The Bride of Chucky, which is a classic.
Yeah.
I have my Tiffany doll up there, which the cats broke. I can't have anything nice around here, you know?
Oh god. Maybe something had legs separated.
This is in the wrong pile. Okay, moving on to one starring a very young Christian Slater, Tales from... Oh, yeah, see, I remember being introduced to The Abyss. Maybe my Uncle Bob got me into all these movies. I would say, like, late 90s. I think I was maybe in grade 1 when I saw The Abyss for the first time, but I didn't like, catch on. I was just like, oh, visuals, and kind of scary to me.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was a very cool movie. But, yeah, Tales from the Dark Side, starring a very young Christian Slater. I have all 4 seasons of Tales from the Dark Side, so I had to add the movie into the collection. And I feel like I put this in the wrong year.
Wow.
I don't remember if this is blocked off here. Is Nightbreed 90s or 80s? The effects make me feel like it's an 80s movie, but it very well is probably a 90s movie. But we have Clive Barker's Nightbreed. I thought I put it in the right pile. Which practical effects in Nightbreed are once again incredible.
Hey, should we do a shout out to the Sneak Out Quick Walking on the...
Oh yeah, guys,
television?
tonight is the Super Bowl as we're filming this, and we only got a couple of minutes of the halftime show because my parents just can't hang with how funny we are. And they kicked us out real quick because we get loud and we get rowdy.
Oh my god. No, it was just we had this scream.
Yeah. As soon as we saw 50 Cent, it was all bets are off, you know? Oh my goodness. But,
That's a cool cover.
Moving on to, this is a really cool one. Basic Instinct, which this is the first thing that I think of when I think of an erotic thriller.
Yeah.
So.
It's pretty much the standard, you know?
Yeah. I mentioned that in my Eyes Wide Shut video.
Yeah.
This is one that's still in the packaging, and I don't actually remember where I got this from, but it's Jumanji, and I feel like this is an obvious, the original. We don't talk about the remakes. We don't talk about Nick Jonas. We don't talk about The Rock. We like Robin Williams. We like Kirsten Dunst.
Hey, shout out Kirsten Dunst.
Shout out Academy Award nominee Kirsten Dunst, Jesse Plemons. Oh my goodness. So we'll end this off on two Stephen King movies. We have Stephen King's The Shining, not to be confused with Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. But this is a really cool cover, and I'm really happy to have this because I've never seen this one, and I believe this was.
I think I have.
Was this a mini-series?
Something like that. It's definitely like on TV. It's definitely like a TV movie.
Yeah, but I want to compare them, I think, for a video.
Yeah, I think you definitely should. This is definitely a warrior body for sure. In Kubrick's one.
Mm-hmm. No bloody elevators.
No. Yeah. I think it's real cheesy.
But finally, for the 90s, we have Misery. And this is my second copy of Misery, and this is the second movie that was gifted to me from Mary.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. Okay. So, this is next. We are moving on to the biggest pile here.
You can tell who's the millennial.
Which is early 2000s. These are really cool. Let's just have a drink break.
Drink break?
Drink break.
Everyone, drink breaks. If you ever go live again, you should start that yourself.
Drink break?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like on Trash Tuesday, how they have the banana breaks?
Yeah.
Okay. So, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Let's start this off with My Bloody Valentine. I'm going to leave this out because I'm going to take a photo of this for my Instagram. And then, this is one that I think is so cool. This is Battle Royale. I didn't think I would ever find this or E.T. the Killer. I didn't think I would ever find those movies.
This is a good one.
That is a really good one. One of your faves, we have Zodiac. David Fincher.
Have you seen that?
I have seen that. I remember my mom watching this when I was really young, and she was like, this movie's terrible. And now that I'm older, I'm just like, Mom, you don't understand true crime, you know?
Yeah, or filmmaking.
Or filmmaking. Give it
just
some.
Just joking.
It just feels, Liv Tyler's reactions in the movie feel unrealistic to how they would be in real life. And that's why I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I feel, but like, I felt like some of the scenes are pretty intense, like, regardless.
Yeah, we have to watch The Strangers Pray at Night because we fell asleep the last time that we.
That's a good one, no, but
yeah.
I mean, it's still crazy, but like, you know.
This is one that I was listening to, I think, a What Culture video about the other day. Sorority Row, terrible movie. We've got a couple in here of these. Underworld. This is my favorite Underworld movie. This is Rise of the Lycans. I think this was the best one in my opinion. I might be biased because I like werewolf stuff.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of these, but they just kind of got crazy.
They got real crazy real fast. This one is a John Carpenter movie. This is Ghosts of Mars, and this is my BFF Debbie's one of her favorite movies.
Really?
Yeah, we have, is that Ice Cube? We have Ice Cube.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so this cast is just wonderful. John Carpenter, Ghosts of Mars. What a guy.
Yeah, what a movie.
If you guys notice here on my channel, or if you've watched, I'm doing themed movie review weeks, and February was cults, March will be body horror, and April will be babysitters, and this is one of the movies that will be in Babysitter Month. This is House of the Devil, and this is by Ty West. We love Ty West in this
shout out Debbie. Was that Debbie?
That was my Aunt Debbie.
Oh, no. Commenting on your stuff.
That might be about Debbie.
Oh, the wrong one. That's okay.
Speaking of the wrong one, the Crow Salvation.
You have the right Crow.
I have the right Crow. Yeah, I have the actual one. I think it's in my actual collection now. But this one, also, Kirsten Dunst.
Shout out
Academy Award nominee, Kirsten Dunst.
Actually won it too?
I don't think so. This is another one that I didn't think I would ever find in real life, and this is Lady Vengeance, part of the Asia Extreme. This is by, I believe his name is Park Sung Oldboy, director of Oldboy. Park Sung Wook? Am I just making up words here?
Maybe.
I feel like that's his name, and I'm...
It sounds familiar. Let's look. Oh,
you look that up, but a bunch of these Asia Extreme movies... Park Chan, yeah, see, I was close.
You were close.
But a lot of those Asia Extreme movies, a lot of those, more disturbing movies like Audition, I never thought I would find in real life so easily. And I found them while I was thrifting and going to the movie store and the game store. So moving on to a terrible, terrible, terrible movie. This is Lindsay Lohan in I Know Who Killed Me. We're not going to talk about that one. She was a whole ass stripper?
She was a stripper. And that's on the cover. And wasn't this like produced by like MTV?
Probably.
Okay.
One that was not produced by MTV. The Human Centipede.
Oh,
This one, I remember watching this with my two cousins and just being the only one able to stomach it the first time.
Oh my gosh. And that one's not even that bad. Like the other ones, I think they took it way further.
Yeah, 2 and then 3, it just gets to a point where it's just funny.
Yeah, I like this one because it's like not as crazy as like...
No, they didn't take it as seriously as part 2, and they took it way less serious than part 2.
Yeah. I met her thing. She's pretty nice.
Wasn't she in another movie though that we watched? She was in that Panacea movie, isn't she?
Yeah, but we didn't see it yet.
No, we haven't seen it yet. Should we add it to... That was what I was going to add to Body Horror Month.
Was it?
We'll think about it.
Yeah. Well, we can watch it regardless.
Yes. Honorable mention. So, moving on to a movie that this is a Wes Craven production, and that's the reason why I picked this up. But it's called The Breed, and like I said, I like werewolf movies, but it has Taryn Manning from the looks of it, and Michelle Rodriguez, and Oliver Hudson, of all people. So, not a terrible cast, but those kind of movies I feel like are really good Sunday afternoon watches when you're not, when you're just hanging out, you throw a shitty, cheesy horror movie on,
Also, a shout out to your hair.
Yeah, shout out to my hair. Tried a different color out today. I'm feeling rejuvenated. Yeah.
Really good.
Thank you, babe. This next one, let me just ruin the cover while I pull the tag off again. This live stream I feel like is a little chaotic because I just keep rambling and I'm sorry. I've got a lot to say.
It's always chaos with us. Chaotic balance.
Kissy chaos.
If you guys like this, tune into our podcast, honestly.
Yeah. We go way off the rails on the pod. But speaking of Asia Extreme, this is an anthology. This is called 3 Extremes Part 2. I am on the hunt for Part 1, so if you know anybody, you let a girl know.
Should we watch this yet?
No, I want to watch part 1 before part 2.
Yeah, that's a good idea, obviously.
Last year for my my themed movie weeks, I did anthology week, but I just wasn't in the mood to do anthologies again this year. Okay, so Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead, like I mentioned, not terrible, not his worst.
Rings?
Yeah.
But
Sarah Polley?
Sarah Polley, but I mean, it's not horrible. Like, this is like a Sunday afternoon watch, like it's whatever,
Yeah.
but it's not the greatest thing I've ever seen, I'm not gonna lie. This is a cool cover though.
It is a very cool cover. And speaking of cool covers, one that I have mentioned, Ichi the Killer. This is probably, we just watched this, I would say about 4 months ago.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, for the podcast. And this movie was just a wild ride. I feel like I needed a shower after watching this one. But it was fantastic.
Definitely recommend.
Yeah, and this one I've not seen, and I feel like this maybe, and I don't know, Lionsgate, this feels like it might have been produced around the same time as House of a Thousand Corpses, but this is called Creep, not to be confused with Creep.
I think this one came out the year Saw came out, and I think that's why this didn't do as good. But the reviews of that stuff.
Yeah, we should definitely check this one out because I've had it for a while, and I always just want to go back to my Markiplier. Yeah. So one that Alex mentioned earlier is Nicolas Cage's The Wicker Man, which, Brittany, honey, can you stop growling at us? We love you, and we'll give you all the attention in the world in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now she's going to go yell to go for a walk. So yeah, we have The Wicker Man.
Is that the Nicolas Cage
This
one?
is the Nicolas Cage one.
Remember when I jokingly said to put this on earlier?
Yeah, that's what I just think you mentioned it. So George A. Romero's whole Dead series, his whole Dead franchise, I'm only missing one of them.
Which one's that?
I forget the name of it. But it was something that I would never think of. But this is Diary of the Dead, and then we have another copy of Day of the Dead, but this is the remake of Day of the Dead. Honey, we cannot go for a walk.
Oh my god,
right now.
look at this cover.
Yeah, isn't that grotesque?
Absolutely not.
Speaking of Saw, we have this version of Saw because honey, we're not going for a walk right now, dude.
Yeah, they're alive.
You're not. You're not.
What is that? What does it sit like that? No.
Oh, you know what? This does the same thing that mine does. Remember when you made me get rid of my old copy because it looked like shit? But I kept it because it did the little Saw thing in there?
Yeah, but this one looks cooler.
Yeah, so this one is Saw Part 1, and the razor blade moves in there, which is
that's really cool.
really freaking cool. And this was only $3. So...
Yeah, this edition is cool. And then you have the reviews in there.
But I don't want to stay in.
Yeah, that's what it's got there.
Okay, so one movie that I will admit that I was afraid of for a very stupid reason.
Why were you afraid?
Because I'm afraid of goats. Yeah, so Drag Me to Hell is a movie that I thought I didn't give enough attention to.
Yeah.
I didn't take it seriously until I dug deeper into Sam Raimi, and then I understood the humor behind Drag Me to Hell, and I think it's a really great movie.
Yeah, I agree. I like this one.
Me too.
I didn't really think I was going to, but it turned out to be good.
Dustin Long?
Yeah, Dustin Long.
Randy.
You sound pathetic.
You are just so loud. We're not doing a walk right now, babe. We're not going on a walkabout. Okay, so this movie has mixed reviews.
I like the director's cut. I think he adds some extra stuff.
Yeah, I am maybe just biased. You can probably tell by the Dead Girl Superstar name that I am just a huge Rob Zombie fan. This is Halloween Rob Zombie, the director's cut. I got a version of this. I bought this a little while ago, but it was someone's burned copy with a printed thing on it, and it played so shittily on the DVD player that is that a word? is that a word?
I guess it is now.
Yikes.
Anyways. If you guys like Rob Zombie, that's one to check out.
Yeah, and this one is one that I haven't seen, but I want to watch very badly. Session 9. This one has David, Miami, CSI Miami, Caruso.
Oh my god.
I
forgot about that.
But yeah, this one I know has been recommended in a bunch of like haunted asylum movies, spooky, like.
I mean, the effects aren't like the greatest, but because it's old, but I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
It's definitely good.
Another Chucky movie. Shout out Glenn. We have Seed of Chucky. We have to add this one. I think Glenn is the best character.
Oh my god.
This is one that was already in my collection, but I took it out to watch, and then I realized that I never actually hauled it, so it freaks. And then, to end off the early 2000s, we have H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds.
Is this the Tom Cruise one?
No, this is from the Asylum, the production company, the Asylum. Oh, yeah. I know. C. Thomas Howell.
Yeah.
And that's the only person I know.
Yeah, yep. The most horrifying version of all, yeah, I bet.
Okay, so moving on to our last pile here. We are almost done. This would be anything from 2010 to present day. I'm very excited about. So I guess we're going to go backwards here because I have a couple that are newer. I'm going to start off with this because I love Yorgos Lanthimos. Excuse me.
We're on a line.
I know, I can't put it out. This is the favorite, and if you guys, I got this stupid copy from a library.
Yeah, also not shout out to Windsor Public Library.
That was very loose butthole of you. Anyways, if you guys like strange movies, if you guys like period pieces at all, definitely check out the favorite.
Or lesbian subplots.
But Olivia Colman, Rachel Weisz, and Emma Stone, an amazing cast in that one. And Yorgos. So, next we have a movie that has more controversial reviews with it. But I personally gave this movie a 5 out of 5.
I like it.
Maybe I'm a little biased because I love Troy Edward Schultz, but It Comes at Night, and I think this was such a fantastic movie. And if you can just get out of your head thinking that there's something coming at night,
no, just appreciate the movie.
Exactly.
People thought that because the marketing was bad, but I mean, who cares? Just appreciate the movie anyway.
I will say, yeah, the ending is a little shitty, but that really didn't deter my rating at all because I loved the movie so much. They killed a baby. Come on.
Riley Keough and Christopher Abbott.
And what's his name? Wait, don't tell me. Eggers. Joel Egerton. That's Robert Eggers. Okay, so this is one that Alex bought me as an early birthday present. This is Candyman, the remake of Candyman, which arguably was really good.
Yeah. Also, not shout out Logan because he doesn't like this one.
No, we don't ever give a shout out to Logan because he thought that Don't Look Up was a great movie.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But I like that you got this cover and you got.
Love that cover. Yeah. I think that there's one pivotal scene in that movie that makes it a great movie, and that's when he gets the hook on his hand.
Oh yeah.
And it just changes the whole game, you know?
Yeah.
Whew. So this one is a shitty movie. The remake of Wrong Turn. We're not going to talk. The reboot.
I mean, I like the original
series. we don't need another Wrong Turn series. Just continue making them, like 9, 10, 11, 12.
And then that movie with Scout Taylor Compton. I mean, shout out
The
Scout
Long
Taylor.
Night.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Scout Taylor Compton, but The Long Night was arguably a ripoff of this movie specifically.
It was bad.
It was bad. So another Stephen King.
It was worse than that.
It was
we
worse.
Did turn it off.
We did turn it off. This one's still in the packaging. Stephen King's Bag of Bones.
Did you watch that?
No, I didn't. It's a mini-series, isn't it?
Yep. It's a pretty good one. I watched this with my mom.
Yeah. Well, speaking of moms, my mom bought me this one day and came home and she goes, I bought you Sleepy Man. And I said, what the fuck is Sleepy Man? Slender Man. So, she tried. Thanks, Mom. Another Underworld movie, we have Underworld Awakening, which this is where they kind of go downhill.
I mean, like, yeah, they have, like, the abominable snowman in the back. Like, what is going on there? That's a choice.
Yeah, this one here, so it wasn't the best when I started watching it. Oh, this one is called Nightmare Cinema, and this was on Shudder. And I feel like I need to rewatch this because I don't think I gave it.
Is it
learning.
An anthology?
It's an anthology. I'm learning. So it's got Mick Garris and Joe Dante doing 2 of the shorts, and they're heavily in Search of Darkness. And now that I kind of have a feel for these directors more, I feel like I want to give this another try.
Joe Dante did Piranha.
Joe Dante did do Piranha.
Joe Dante's Piranha.
Joe Dante's Piranha. No. Another one that's in the plastic and one that I am waiting for you to watch because I've seen, I would say, a good half of this movie and it was fantastic.
Chris Stuckman fucking loves this movie.
Yeah, so we have I Saw the Devil, and this is another one I didn't think I would ever acquire, and I'm so excited about it.
I remember you were extremely excited when you got this.
Like, my foreign cinema collection is just, it's becoming amazing. I need to find The Wailing.
Yeah, sure. That was a good one.
That was a really good one. This one I got off of Amazon a little while ago because it was like $2. But this is called Viral. Well, why are you yelling at us? Why are you yelling at us?
Why is she so mad?
Why are you so mad? Stan, why are you so mad? This is a movie that Annalie Tipton, she was she's so angry at me. She was a contestant on America's Next Top Model.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Is this good?
I don't know, that's why I bought it, because I know her, and look, it says from the producer of The Visit, and you know I love The Visit.
Yeah, you mean Blumhouse? That's what that means.
They're hiding in plain sight.
Blumhouse?
This one, I watched halfway at work, and then I shut it off, because I really don't like Shay Mitchell, but this,
oh my God,
I really don't, because, and I'll tell you why, she got a sponsorship with a makeup brand, okay? A makeup remover, okay, and she goes like this and kind of hovers over her eyes and then shows the camera 2 cotton pads full of makeup, but she's got perfect makeup still. It was a lie.
Okay, yeah.
And as someone who wears a lot of makeup, obviously, I take that personally.
Yeah.
So anyways, this is the possession of Hannah Grace, and I think the effects were pretty good in this one, but the story just kind of fell short, and I really don't like Shay Mitchell. So, this one is The Collection, and I am actually a big fan of these 2 movies, The Collector and The Collection. I think they're really good, and I think they're making a 3rd one, if I'm not mistaken, which is quite exciting, in my opinion.
The Collection, Reborn. I'm just kidding.
Oh, God. The Collection, Resurrections. John Wick 4. Anyways. This next one is a movie that is going to be in Body Horror Month, coming up in March. And this cover is just beautiful to me. It is so ominous. It is so spooky. This is When Animals Dream. And this is a Danish... There you go. This is a Danish movie. This is from Denmark. And I think this is probably going to be something spooky and good that we need.
Yeah, because it says it's a worthy companion to Let the Right One In.
Not Let Me In, not to be confused
with
Let Me In.
From Blumhouse.
Yeah, so the synopsis of that one is pretty wild.
Let the Right One In is a really good.
I don't have my notebook. Oh no, whatever. Anyways, yeah, Let the Right One In, very good, but Let Me In. Who was it? Flick Connection? That was like Chloe Grace Moretz.
Yeah, Mortez.
Mortez, yeah. Chloe Grace Mortez.
Shout out Flick
Shout out
Connection.
to Flick Connection for sexualizing every girl in the 90s.
Oh my god. Hot and tight.
Nev Campbell at peak hotness.
Oh yeah, peak hotness. That's what he said.
Wait, what? Oh my goodness.
John Flickinger too?
Yeah.
And Chris Stuckman?
He was a Mormon.
You guys have to go back like 6 years ago and watch John Flickinger's and Chris Stuckman's vlogs.
Yeah, they were wild.
They were off the hook.
Yeah, speaking of off the hook, off the easy, I'm just kidding. I hate Nicholas Hoult. This is Warm Bodies. Only movie Nicholas.
You like that though,
it was cute, but it was because it's kind of funny. Only movie that Nicholas Hoult has a redeeming quality in is The Favorite.
Yeah. Who else is in that? Who's that?
I don't know who that is.
It's Samara.
That's not Samara Weaving. She's hot.
Teresa Palmer.
So,
She's hot. Okay. No wonder you like Ready or Not so much.
We're gonna end this on probably the worst 5 movies I could ever pick. So, starting off with Satanic, not to be confused with Satanic. I have another movie called Satanic, but it looks way more ominous and scary than this. This is Sarah Hyland, not to be confused with Sarah Hyland.
Why is there so many things in the same name?
And this one is one
that 3D?
That is this one. This one I found at the dollar store. This is an appropriate quote from the Vine where it's like, it's from the dollar store, how good could it be? Not very good, and that is because this is the one that Trey Songz stars in and plays his own music over his own sex scenes.
What are you doing, bud?
I don't know who let that man run wild on set, but this was made.
This was made?
I didn't have to. Also, this is the one, right? Yeah, this is the one where... Yeah, what's her name? Alexandra Daddario, when she throws him the chainsaw and goes, "Get him, cuz!" Who wrote that movie?
Probably her. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
So, this one is starring Carrie-Anne Moss and Tony Todd. This is it's not one of... We Googled it.
Yeah, okay. That was that one.
Yeah, this is another version of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, but I only bought it because of Tony Todd, and I will literally probably watch anything Tony Todd is in. He's even in that really anti-Semitic movie called Murder Set Pieces that I have. Really? I shouldn't admit that, but...
Wait, is that movie good?
I don't know. I've been too scared to watch it.
Oh my gosh. Yikes.
Okay, so second last is a movie called Ava's Possessions. I have not seen this one, but it's been on Netflix for a while. I don't know if I'd like it. Is that Carol Kane? I can't tell. It's got the guy from Balls of Fury in it.
So
I
don't know. Let's see who's in this. Deborah Rush? Like, who's that? I don't even know. Oh my god, I thought I said you. Oh my god, I said you did.
No.
Yeah, Carol Kane is in this. Yeah. It's by Ravenous Films.
Yeah, I don't know, but it says The Exorcism is just the beginning, so...
I'm not sure I like The Exorcism cover with the
I know, that's why I was a little conflicted about that one, to be honest. So our last and final movie here, we're going to end this on a disappointing one, and I'm
The second
sorry.
one?
That's the second one. 30 Days of Night, Dark Days. That was just. We started
the
off
first one.
really good. We started off really awesome, and then we just brought it down real fast. Didn't we go to bed with the first one on not too long ago?
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, I don't mind. I like Josh Hartnett.
Liking it. Yeah, he's good. He's good. Yeah, Dark Days makes Twilight look like nursery school.
Can you not talk down about Twilight, please? Thanks.
I mean, I think anything could like that.
Anyways, that is where we're going to end this live stream. And I think this was a successful one. We did quite a bit here. Finally got all the movies hauled.
Finally, yeah.
And
there's a lot of them.
There was a lot there. We can finally start putting them into the collection now and hauling, buying more! So, I feel like I'm losing my voice a little bit, but I hope that you guys have had a wonderful... Oh, of course, thank you for hanging out.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, I have to work tomorrow, which kind of blows, but that's fine. Well, this is our Valentine's Day celebration together.
Well, we're gonna celebrate tomorrow.
Yeah, we just figured we'd do this today. It's Super Bowl Sunday. This is our Super Bowl.
Yeah, we're not really watching the Super Bowl, so we thought we'd hang out.
Yeah, and I hope that you guys enjoy hanging out with us. If you would like to see more live streams like this with us just hanging out and talking, let us know. We can always, plan something for us to come on and hang out for a while. If you'd like to see any more of us, we do have our podcast. We do have our own channels. But that's all for us for today. I'm going to go film a home free reaction for my main channel for Valentine's Day tomorrow, and I am so excited. So I am going to go head off and do that, and we're going to finish our show. We're watching the show Inventing Anna on Netflix.
Yep.
I feel like we're just doing the pod right now. I feel into it. Into it. Yeah.
So
Inventing
Anna is good.
Inventing Anna is very good. So that is all. And thank you so much once again for hanging out, because I feel like this is a long time coming, and I'm very, very excited to be doing this with you.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad that we actually finally went through the live stream and did it.
Yeah. It was a little hard to set up, but it was my first one. That's all, and we will see you where we see you.
Sayonara.
Sayonara, spooky fam.